and it's the green and gold up 2-0. A lot of time left, though, as the steal by LaSalle looking to run, has an opportunity as she sends it to the top. And Jeanne Lagaste continues to run on the far side, tries to find position, loses the ball, still with some footing and a goal. Jeanne Lagaste, the freshman, her fourth of the season, and it was run and gun from the jump. And despite a quick hiccup, able to recover and cut the deficit in half.
Boasts a 30% hitting percentage, which is north of 46% here tonight. Sarnowski behind the back, kept it alive. Ramos denied. Now in the middle, Banka back in there. And finishes! Isaac Banka, welcome back. In the sweet spot for the big fella. And we're tied at 9. Takes the snap. Looks to his left and wide open. Touchdown Sharks. Jerron Kelly on an island. But love to see conference play begin, because that's when these seasons just, not that the non-conference doesn't have its value, but it means just a little bit more. And to see some familiar faces and teams is almost a good opportunity there on the right side, but intercepted by the Hawks. Sends it in, left side, goal! And we're tied up. And good Thursday night to you here in Brooklyn, New York. Knicks alumni night from the Steinberg Wellness Center for a big NEC Hoops matchup this evening between the LIU Sharks and the Lemoyne Dolphins. Hello, I'm Mike Morabito, joined alongside Heaven Bristow. And Heaven, what a treat. Not only do we have basketball royalty in attendance today, Bernard King, the Basketball Hall of Famer, being honored at halftime, several other New York Knicks here as well, but we got the top two teams in the NEC, the Sharks and Lemoyne, and Sharks as a team shooting 18 of 23.
Look at that.
Stolen by Malachi Davis, and running is Jamal Fuller. Tried to get it up to Greg Gordon, who's able to pick the basketball up and lay up the bunny.
I have a few notes about that entire sequence. Yes, Jamal Fuller ended up with the steal, but that started because of Greg Gordon. The pressure from half court. And then I believe Lemoyne got away with a little bit of a foul. I saw a little jersey pull, but it's all in fun. And it ended up working out for LIU anyway.
And a block by Lasso. Running is Malachi Davis, gives it up. Well, I thought he was going to alley-oop. Instead, it's a shot in the bucket. Sharks will take it. 15-point LIU lead. Has hit 5 of his 6 home runs and 16 to 22 in CAA play, but no answer for Monmouth just quite yet. And another strikeout. Swing and a miss. Yeah, Lavarco yesterday battled the wind in foul territory, made a very impressive catch, running it down as he skies one into right field, giving chase, and watching it over his head is Vince Vittore. Rounding third, heading home is Chris Walsh, and he'll score. How about an RBI double for Nick Lavarco? It's 7-4. The intensity, not just in the water, but in the crowd starting to pick up as it's now Endel out in front. 128-15. Kennard behind him. It's going to come down to this final push, as it often does in the A finals from the conference championship. Endel on the kick. His time today, 159.63. In position to beat that. But the question is, can he beat Kennard? As Kennard at the top of the pool. Endel right down the middle. It's Endel. 159.13. Boris Endel, another freshman, taking the crown here in the America East Championship, the 200-yard breaststroke victor.
They'll try and set her up on a few of these today on senior day. 9 career goals for the Explorers. Still time to get that to double digits as Ascendon Backhanded on the left side, kept alive by LaSalle in front of De Jesus, and a goal! A goal on the left end for LaSalle to tie it up. 2-2. As we take a look, Natalie Wilson with the goal as the first shot came in off of Alexandra De Jesus, and Wilson was right there to clean it up.
Yeah, and talking to Coach Trifonov this afternoon, he mentioned her as Claire with the right hand, 10-7, talking about Chicago State, saying that he didn't have a lot of experience on this club. Certainly just 3 returning players from last year, but who saw action, I should say. So partially the competition on the early going contributed to that 0-7 start. Is able to still be kept alive. Thought maybe that was going to hit the ceiling.
Great up there.
And unable to corral it was Van Histeren. 10-8. Sharks still out in front, but back to the Lakers. But yeah, it's also getting acquainted and moving your family and putting your kids in school.
Right.
I mean, I can't imagine all that went into that in late July when you're starting practice less than a couple weeks later. But here are the Sharks, up 10-8, make it 11-8 now in the third set, up 2-0 in this match against Mercyhurst, 5-0 in league. They've won out of 8-9. Well, I'd say the move went all right.
Yeah, it's making it look easy. I was going to say, 5-0 in the conference and up 2 sets in this game. I mean, I'd feel pretty good.
And, of course, I couldn't resist as Mohammed again, 12-8.
Wow.
I mean, the low-hanging fruit, the low-hanging pie, whatever, with Coach Tony Trifonov as we have a timeout on the floor, 12-8. The age-old New York, Chicago pizza, and I couldn't even get the question out of my mouth. He was so dismissive of the Chicago iteration of a pizza pie, and he said, myself, my family, my kids, it's Brooklyn all the way.